Hello everyone, welcome back to the next video. In this video I will show you how to integrate shaders inside ThreeJS, like how to get started with shaders in ThreeJS. Now the important part is whatever framework you are using. So suppose if you are using Next.js, or in my case I am using Vite. Shaders are written in a language called GLSL, so you might have to do some configuration inside your config file. It depends or varies from framework to framework, so it's very hard for me to tell how exactly it will look for you, but I am using Vite. So if you are using Vite, the configuration would be more or less the same. Most of the frameworks now support Vite, but if you are using Webpack, I think for Webpack you don't have to install any dependency. It supports out of the box. You just have to use that something called asset resource, something like that. Anyways, so let's get started. So I have created a simple HTML, CSS and TypeScript project using Vite, and this is what output we will be showing using shaders. So first, once the project is ready, inside my package.json I have installed few dependencies. So firstly, this is for ThreeJS, so install this particular dependency. I want types for ThreeJS as I am using TypeScript, so this particular dependency. And I have also installed this Vite plugin GLSL. This is for shaders, so that our project can understand shader GLSL language. Okay, then in case if you don't have this Vite config.ts, in my case it wasn't present, so I had to create this file manually, and then you can just copy paste this code. Once this is done, everything is set up. Then inside index.html, if you see, I have just taken one canvas and I have attached our script of main.ts to it. Now if I go to main.ts, here you can see firstly these are all the imports, so if you want you can copy paste all this import. There are some unused imports as well, so you can ignore that, and these are all the imports. Again, these are not really necessary, so you can ignore it. But here I am creating this text vertex shader as well as fragment shader. I'll come back to these two files later on. Then here I am just creating a canvas, I am creating a scene, I am creating a plane geometry. Here instead of a mesh standard material or a mesh basic material, here we are using raw shader material, and here we need to pass these two files which we have imported, which I will come back to in a bit. Then I have just created one mesh, one ambient light, one directional light, and with this help of this material which is generated from shader, we create a mesh and add it to our scene. Then I have created one sizes, and here we are creating our camera, setting the position for it. Here I have created orbit controls as well. Then I have created a WebGL renderer. On resize, I'm just updating the camera as well as the renderer, and on double click we are entering or exiting full screen mode. Then I have created a one clock as well, all elapsed time equal to 0, and inside this tick function we update our controls, we update our render, and we also call the tick function inside our window.request animation frame, and we just call this particular method. Then if you go to src, inside shaders, I have created one folder called test. You can name it whatever you want, and here firstly I have created this vertex shader. Now I am not really good at shaders, I have just copy pasted the code from documentation. So basically vertex, like this GLSL language follows a C programming style convention, so it is a typed language. So all these things are given that we are using this raw shader material. All these things like this projection matrix, view matrix, model matrix, they are automatically present because of that. So don't worry why we are not initializing this. Same for this vec3 position as well. So here firstly we have to get hold of model position, then we get hold of view position, then projected position, and then just assign it to our GL position. Again, this is defined already in ThreeJS, so we don't have to define it again. And inside fragment.gsl, we are just using a precision of medium p float, and here we are just passing this RGB value. So RGB, so, and this A is for opacity, that's why you are seeing the red color. So yeah, that's how you can get started with shaders in ThreeJS. Yeah, thank you for watching. Bye.